Welcome back to another video. Today we're just gonna play some Minecraft and talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. You guys really seem to love Five Nights at Freddy's, and so I just thought it'd be nice just to sit down and have a little chat about the game and what I think is gonna be the future for the franchise and like where I think it's going moving forward. Obviously, we can all agree that Five Nights at Freddy's is a really popular franchise and that it's been a core part, a key piece of our childhood for years. And so it's really no wonder how popular it is. But I think that, in my personal opinion, well, we all have our opinions about Five Nights at Freddy's, but genuinely, I think I have an idea of what the story is gonna be from now on. I think that, you see, we're done with the Afton saga, pretty much, in my opinion. I think we're on a new saga. A reunion between old friends. A reunion between four of the most iconic characters. The FNAF 4 tormentors. The reason why I think this is, well, obviously the theory that Glamrock Freddy is Michael Afton. There's a lot of evidence pointing to this. And I really do think that this is true. I definitely think that this is true, and there's just a lot of evidence pointing to this. And FNAF VR Help 1 and 2 has been showing us that the Bonnie Mask, his story is that he's grown up, you know, he's had a kid, he had Cassie, and he became a Fazbear technician for a lot of years, and later he fell under the control of Glitch Trap, which led him to get infected by the virus and become part of the cult. But it appears he's one of those who decided to fight back. And it's shown that evidence that he became what we later know as Mapbot, aka Maskbot, and gave the mask to his own daughter. Now, why do I think this is important? Well, I think it helps explain where the story is going, as far as, because if you take a look at the Tormentor's stance whenever they're standing in the party, it goes Foxy Mask, Bonnie Mask, Chica Mask, and Freddy Mask. And I think this gives us a hint as who it's going to reveal next. The next one is obviously going to be the Chica Mask, or what name you guys come up with. But this one is definitely tricky. I have 3 animatronics currently that I think he could be. And, the 3 that it's come down to have the most human-like qualities, in my opinion, in Security Breach and Help Wanted in general. Obviously, the first one is Glamrock Bonnie. Now, obviously, Glamrock Bonnie could just be an animatronic. But he also could just be he could just be a little something in the code. Oh, thank goodness he didn't catch us there. Alright. But the way he's holding on with every last little bit, almost as if he's hanging on for dear life, like his life is at stake, it's oddly human. It feels like something that we would do, try to hold on to every last bit of energy that we have left, trying to signal out for help, no matter the cost. It definitely feels human, which is why, in my opinion, it feels like he's a bit too human. The next one, in my opinion, that I think is a candidate for being possessed is Montgomery Gator. Now, Monty, his story is a bit more complicated, and there's a lot less evidence showing that he's possessed, but it all comes down to his actions. We all know that Monty was an outcast, and he wanted to become, like, leader of the band. He also praised Bonnie as a mentor. He idolized him. But he killed Bonnie because he was too close to Freddy, and he wanted to be that leader. His jealousy and hatred, all of his motives for his actions, really makes you consider, what if it wasn't just some little squirrel wobble about becoming band leader? What if that's his motive? What if it's a deeper connection? What if in real life they were friends or somehow knew each other when they were alive? Which could also lead to the theory that Bonnie Mask could become Freddy. Monty could be like Freddy Mask or whatever later on. We don't know which one, but it's definitely one that I think personally would make a lot of sense, if you know what I mean. But the final animatronic I have down is Moon. Now, this one may be a bit more confusing, as I'll bet you a lot of you are saying, why Moon? Isn't he more, creepy and all that? And to that, I say yes, but at the same time, he's got a lot of human-like qualities. For one, a lot of the time, what he's just trying to do is he's just trying to get you to sleep, as any parent would. Oh, that's not good. I'm still going to continue talking. Ignore this, guys, please. No! Brick! Oh, come on. Didn't have time because I was setting back up, but basically, there's a lot of evidence that he's... But Moon, there's also a lot of merch. And a recent way of showing that animatronics might have a human soul in them is by having a lot of merch or items related to them. And he does. Not to mention, he appears a lot in FNAF VR Hope 1 and 2, and I mean a lot. Out of all the animatronics that you face Moon a lot more than you do any other animatronic. Almost as if it's telling us that he's special in some way. Not to mention, when you are at the secret ending and defeating Afton, and finally getting rid of the virus, who is the one that gives the virus to Vanny? What do you know? It's Moon. Moon has a lot of personal ties with a bunch of the characters, and I think it makes sense that they would call him out as being possessed. Oh, it happened again. I get such bad quality. But it does really come down to the motives and whatnot. And Moon is just really special in terms of that, because it just shows that he's got some human characteristics and is just, in general, he's more human than the others. And all of his motives boil down to him being kind of a father figure of sorts, as he's just trying to tell like a sleeping child to go to bed, as any normal father would. Which leads me to speculate, and because he's the one that helps Vanny, who we can confirm is human, it leads me to speculate that he is possessed. Now, do I think that's the only that's the whole entire plot of the future? And do I think that the Chica mask is going to be revealed in the future? I absolutely think so. There's a lot of evidence pointing to it. But I think genuinely this franchise has a lot of opportunities, and I can't wait to see in the future. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. I've seen no one speculate about what the next movie could be about, or just in general, I haven't seen anything about the next movie, which makes me really worry that the movies aren't going to be rated, that the movies aren't received as well. And to that, I say, I think that the movies should get more credit, and that it should be accepted as its own little universe, where all the characters that we know and love had similar events happen, but not the exact same events. You know? But I think the second movie is going to be probably, I would have to say it's going to be more like a FNAF 3, maybe. I'd say it's like more of a FNAF 3, where it's about, you know, Afton coming back at Springtrap. And coming back for his revenge as Springtrap, and, you know, going after Mike and his sister. That's really all I have right now. I'm going to post very soon, but thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button and comment your opinions on FNAF. Make sure you just write a bunch of comments about your opinions on FNAF. I'll go through them, I'll read them, and I'll talk about them next time. See you later.